Welcome to the Goof and Goober Show, the podcast that brings you laughter, insight, and the quirkiest conversations. Join your hosts, Matthew and Regan, as they embark on a delightful journey through the realms of pop culture, humor, and everyday shenanigans. So, buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster of fun and entertainment. Let's dive into the world of laughs with Matthew and Regan on the Goof and the Goober Show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a quick intro. I think that'll work on the back end, right?
Yeah, it'll work.
Okay. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 49 of the Goof and Goober Show. We are one step closer to episode 50. And let me tell you what, I'm pretty sure that after episode, what was it? After episode 20, we got into the top 0.001% of all podcasts, I think was the stat. We're almost at 50. Like, this just doesn't happen for a lot of places. So, I'm so glad that you guys are here today. I'm so glad that you're listening. Before I shout us out here, let's enter the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who the poisonous Ethiopian caterpillar, the old push broom upon the lip, the frickin' stash among all men, Regan friggin' Dvorak.
What's going on, guys? Oh, did you hear that? No.
Wrong button. Sorry.
Oh. It happens to the best of us. Hey guys, hope you're having a fantastic week. I am missing you guys. I made some cash money today. Check it out. Boom. Yeah, sold some stuff off Facebook Marketplace. $15. No biggie.
Oh.
I don't even know what I'm going to spend it on right now, but actually, it's basically going to my shelves. That's what that's going to. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. So,
what kind of shelves did you get? The floating one?
No, not the floating ones. They're just simple ones. Whatever. They're let me see.
Yeah.
They're come on. Oh my gosh. Just
Oh, those ones. Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty simple. Cheap,
Yeah.
nothing
Regan
crazy.
needed some shelves. He also
Just
needs
some
some new
shelves.
studs in his wall. That
Matthew-
TV's
so
gonna
Matthew-
fall.
So for you guys who don't know, Matthew came over this weekend. Fun weekend. We went and saw Dune, the first one, part one.
Mhm.
And Matthew came over and saw the wreck of my house. And
Oh, jeez.
my TV is literally right over here. If you're watching on the stream or you're watching live or watching the video episode, I screwed in my TV to these studs. It's a metal stud, by the way, metal studs, and it's pulling it out. It's bending the stud, I think, because have you seen what metal studs look like?
Nope.
You have? Okay, so they're not solid. They're very bendable, but it's cheaper in some ways than actually. I think that's why people do metal studs. So I feel like this is what's happening. It's peeling back like this, and because my TV is mounted on it, and because it's
Oh, I see.
pulling it out in some ways. And
So it's not regular framing; it's metal framing.
yeah, it's metal.
Gotcha.
I mean, it'll
Yeah,
work
his
just the
freaking
same.
his downstairs is a freaking death trap, ready to happen at some point. There's
Yeah,
a
dude.
ferocious dog down there that eats cat litter. The freaking metal studs with the TVs about to break off.
Yeah,
It's a great time though.
oh yeah. We got some freaking what is it? Rock band? No, not rock band.
We
Guitar
freaking
Hero.
cracked over. Yeah, Guitar Hero.
Frick, dude.
So that brings us into the three things I want to talk about. We're going to talk about Dune. We're going to talk about The Sleepover.
Oh, man.
The Sleepover. And then we got the Super Bowl. Okay. And then we're going to talk about Invincible. We've already kind of talked a little bit about some of the parts of this.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my heavens. My child.
Oh.
Regan, talk about The Sleepover. I will be right back.
Oh, no. Yes, guys. The Sleepover went successful, I guess you could say. Yeah. Greatest sleepover. Isaac, I don't know about you, but if you want to... Oh, there's Kaylee. Hi, Kaylee. I don't know if you can hear me. No, she can't. Isaac, if you ever want to come over and have a sleepover, totally can, dude. But Matthew and I, first off, planned a movie night, and the movie started at 10 p.m. It was the only time that it started. Well, I guess there was two showings, one at 2:30 or 2:45. Couldn't do that because we both working during that time. And so the next one was at 10 p.m. Crazy time to have a movie, but, you know, whatever. So we did it. Matthew stayed the night, and Matthew came over early, and boy, did it get a little spicy, I guess you could say. Matthew and I threw some darts, because I got a dartboard down here. Showed him my soon-to-be computer case. If you can't see, right here is my computer case, or my computer is an Alienware R8. Made back in the day. I switched out the graphics card. Now it's got a 3060 in it. I used to have like a 1070 or 1060 in it. And brand, you know, freaking switched that bad boy out. And if you haven't heard, I got brand new, whatever. Anyways, so I showed Matthew what I'm doing. I'm trying to build up a whole new PC and then sell this whole thing. And then hopefully use that money to buy, what the heck is going on? I don't know. This is what you get for when Matthew freaking runs the freaking podcast. But yeah, we then played some darts and freaking wrecked the wall. Then we got out the old PlayStation 2. Got the old retro nostalgia going, and pulled up the old Rock Band and started playing. And I freaking suck at Rock Band. I don't know if you guys played Rock Band when it was out. I did not. Rock Band was, I feel like, was coming out when I first started going to public school. I remember very ingrained in my brain. I think it was the last day of school that it was like a big party, and our teacher allowed us to bring in Rock Band. So we brought in Rock Band, we played it, and I didn't play it. But one thing that we did have in PE class throughout the year was Dance Dance Revolution. And I remember that we had the projector. Friggin' wrecked. I got friggin' wrecked. But yeah, we got to play some Garage Band. Not Garage Band. Rock. Oh my gosh. I can't think, dude. The band thing. Then we headed to the movie, and we watched Dune, part 1 of the series, obviously. And that Dune, obviously you guys heard from the beginning, and Dune 1, such a long movie, dude. We didn't get home until like after 1 a.m. and that was too long. Way too long of a movie, but it was worth it. I enjoyed it to watch it in theaters because I did not get to watch it in theaters. I know Matthew watched it the first time, but he fell asleep, which is kind of funny.
but it was kind of the same scenario that we were in, where it was like super late at night, and he had a long day, so it was kind of crazy night. Then what did we do? We got home, freaking hit the freaking sack, dude.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. This is the worst. My wife can't get my daughter to go to sleep. Nothing against my wife. It's just my daughter. Just she prefers that I put her to bed, and she gives my wife a hard time. So, but yeah. So you guys talked about the sleepover a little bit?
Yeah, we got into the sleepover. Everyone was really happy about it. I'm getting a bunch of comments right now, dude. Everyone wants us to do another one. It's the first time, though, that Matthew has ever slept over at my house, I'm pretty sure.
I have slept over previously.
I can't remember.
Early, when you guys bought the house. Early.
Did I drop you off at was it to drop you off at the airport?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. But yeah.
Long time ago. It's been a while.
Long ago, dude. So
But yeah, so we had a good time. We freaking played some Guitar Hero. Trevor, we played Guitar Hero. I don't know if you saw that. But
you were watching? Oh wait, there he is. Rock Band or Guitar Hero? There he is. He's on freaking
We played
YouTube.
Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero 3, and I unlocked all of the songs, the cheats for Regan. So that way we could play every song. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. I got home, passed out, was really tired. And for some reason, there was just a lot of screaming I heard when I went to bed. I don't know what it was. Probably the neighborhood.
Just the neighborhood. It's kind of a crazy neighborhood. Dude, we're so close.
I will say, though, that bedroom, there's something connected to the window that, like smacks things. Like, in the middle of the night, the window smacks. I don't know what it was. You should check it out.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
What is it? Is it like a shutter?
I need new windows. The windows are so old, dude, that they're just... It's going to be so expensive to replace all of them. But, like, I need new windows for sure, because they are so thin that they just... The cold air gets in easy. So easy. So it just really makes the winter a little bit more difficult. It makes our house a lot more cold than what it needs to be. And then the heating bill goes way up. So I feel like if we do, though, like replace all the windows, it'll be worth it. But it's just gonna be
you have a lot of windows.
Yeah, dude, I have so many.
You have a lot of windows.
Dude, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Very difficult.
Oh, dude, what?
What?
I wanted to talk about some like Harry Potter thing, but now I can't think of it.
That's okay. Dune Part 1. Regan and I went over to freaking Alamo Drafthouse, and let me tell you what. Other than the seats not really being that comfortable compared to Imagine, everything else is really good.
Dude, their freaking spicy buffalo pizza. Holy smokes, dude. Best pizza I've ever had. No joke.
Yeah. He claims that it's the best pizza he's ever had. So,
pizza,
I don't know what that means, because here's the thing. You just never freaking know.
You never know. Well, it's
sorry,
for
I'm coming
sure,
down with a cold.
Dude, it's for sure better than Imagine's pizzas. Because Imagine will burn their pizza not all the time. And so there's a big +1 for Alamo. Seating for sure. I agree. It is very crammed. They cram it in for sure. They try to fit as many people as they can. And I'm sure that there's some kind of statistic out there that the reason why they do it is because they're whatever. They think they're going to get more money, or that's going to be worth it for their servers.
Although, Okay. Well, so next time I go there, I already told Kaylee is that I'm gonna try the spicy buffalo. I tried yours, but to be honest with you, I had cough drops. I had.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it just wasn't like even my salad tastes like crap. But
Yeah, I
the
bet.
spicy buffalo ingredients for it: ranch roasted chicken, creamy buffalo sauce, like really creamy sauce. I will say that. Blue cheese,
That's the best.
red onion,
And the red onion. Oh, my
green
gosh.
onion, mozzarella,
Dude.
and parmesan. Directly off their freaking website.
Straight off there, dude.
It's actually a pretty decent sized pizza too. It's pretty comparable to Imagine.
Yeah, I think it's only for one person though. Your slices are pretty big.
It's for us. It's one person.
It's for one person. Yeah, I mean, for us, it would be one person. If it was my
Yeah.
wife, probably
Maybe two,
3.
But yeah, so that was fun. We went back and they had the re-release of Dune Part 1 in the movie theater, and I think this is actually really cool because I think both you and I had the similar thoughts on Dune Part 1 when it first came out. We both saw it in the theater at like separate times. But I just remember telling Regan about it, and I was like, I passed out in this freaking movie. I picked the worst time, like 10:30 at night. It was a long day, passed out, so I didn't really like get the full vibe of Dune in the movie theater. I went back and rewatched it afterwards, right? Like, because I didn't want the money to be wasted. But I went back and watched it. And I love the movie, but going back and watching it in theater at freaking Alamo, which Alamo, I think, has been the best sound experience
Yeah.
that I've been to a movie for.
You will have to prepare yourself when you go to an Alamo because they crank those speakers up. That's for sure. It is a lot louder than your normal movie theater. When I went and watched Lord of the Rings, I was like tempted to go talk to somebody. Like, guys, this is a little loud for me. Just a little too loud. But
My ears are a little bit shaken.
it's like, dude, I don't know. I don't care too much, but like if it gets like super loud, I mean, it's a movie. We're going to a movie in a movie theater. You kind of expect it, and it kind of makes the movie a little bit more real in some ways. It puts you more involved in it.
There was no falling asleep in that movie.
Oh, I felt
Like,
asleep.
even if I was tired, like,
But
there was no falling asleep to it. Because the
I
sound
fell
was.
asleep for like a little bit, but then I was woken up by the sound. Yeah, so yeah, it's annoying when if you want to go to sleep, but it's but it's it's a rude awakening, dude. It is a freaking rude awakening. So yeah, that's that was my experience when we went and watched that bad boy, dude.
I give so ratings for Dune. I give it a 4.7. 4.7, 4.8. I really like Dune, and I'm really excited about part 2.
Yeah, dude, it is a good movie. What's his name?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet does a great job. I think this role really fits him. He does a really good job in this role. I think it's better than Willy Wonka. I think this is the role that he was made for. And I'm excited for this next Dune too. So, but ranking, yeah, I'd be around 4.7. Not a whole lot I don't like about the movie, except that it didn't finish, I guess, is my main thing. Is that we were left in like a cliffhanger, basically. But
Who likes cliffhangers? Like, really?
well, but the nice thing about this one, because it is a showing to prepare you to watch Dune Part 2,
Yeah,
is at
true.
the end that we got that little sneak peek. And I didn't
True.
really talk to you about this, and I wanted to get your input on on it.
Go ahead.
Well, so I guess I'll talk to what it was about. Do we want to do that? Do we want to kind of spoil?
We could do like a little non-spoiler, because guys, so I don't know if it's out there. You'd have to go look, or I could do a quick little YouTube search. But at the end of the movie, they had a sneak peek for Dune Part 2, and essentially the director of...
Yeah, they posted it like 4 days ago, looks like.
Dune Part 2 exclusive extended sneak preview.
Yeah. I see that. They posted it. Warner Bros. Posted it on their YouTube about 4 days ago is what it says.
Okay. Yeah, it's on there. So you guys can view that on there. We can talk a little bit about spoilers. Let's just, because we're going to jump right into, I want to talk about the Super Bowl a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
let's
the Super
go.
Bowl was fun.
Well, yeah. We can wait until, I don't know.
Yeah, we can do the.
It's yours.
Let's
it's
just
your
wait.
show.
We'll wait for the freaking spoiler warning. Who cares? It's the preview anyway. But they so they showed the preview. The preview, really, I mean, this is like a real extended preview. Like when you go to a movie and you see a preview, it's usually like 2-3 minutes maybe. This was like 10 minutes of straight previews of them talking about what's going to happen. They show a really long length part of the
Like a scene
of the movie. So like for me, I'm excited that we get to really experience what's his name? What's his name in the movie? My gosh, am I an idiot?
Timothy
Paul. We get to see what Paul really goes through when he finally meets up with Zendaya. And by the way, Zendaya in Part 1 of Dune, like, she does nothing.
Yeah,
She's
dude.
literally the entire time.
She's just in his dreams the whole time. It doesn't say a thing until like the very end when she's like, "I would have killed you. I would have not let you kill my friend or touch hurt
I
my
would have
friend.
never let you kill my friends."
He will let you die slowly."
Yeah,
Shut
she was
up, lady.
she was a complete idiot.
I just wanted to be done. That lady had no idea what she was freaking talking about.
She was all talk, no freaking action.
100%.
But so they finally I think we're gonna really see Paul really getting close with the Fremen, and see what his connection is. Obviously, we see that he has some sort of connection, so I'm really excited. I forgot that frickin' Oscar Isaac died in this movie, which is the father of Paul. Yeah, he also plays Moon Knight, and he also plays
the guy from X-Men?
the Spider-Man. He does play it in X-Men, I think.
Doesn't he play I can't even think of it.
Oscar Isaac. Let's see. He's in X-Men. I'm pretty dang sure.
Yeah, he plays like the
villain.
one of the villains,
Apocalypse.
Yeah, Apocalypse. That's what
Okay.
it was. That's what it was, dude.
Something like that. I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure he does. But he also plays one of the Spider-Men in Across the Spider-Verse. He plays Spider-Man 2020 or 2099.
Yep.
Is it? So I really like Oscar Isaac. He's a good actor. Sad to see him not be able to continue, and obviously he played a huge role in that movie. But Part 2 looks good. Part 2 looks good. We'll drop a link in the notes to.
And he's in Star Wars. Forget about that.
Yeah, dude. He's freaking. He's everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
He's kind of like He's kind of like a Pedro Pascal. He's like a Pedro Pascal. He's kind of just getting into everything at this point. And everybody wants him. The other thing, because next week we're going to be talking about Madam Web, another individual who's kind of starting to almost be in every single movie, or she's going to be cast in a lot of movies, is Sydney Sweeney.
Who the frick is that?
That's what I said. But she's got like a bunch of movies coming out. Like she just came out with Anyone But You, Madam Web. There's a horror movie that's going to be coming out with her in it. Where else? Because I was just doing some research on Madam Web, and there was just a lot of people talking about this Sydney Sweeney girl. And apparently she's just this really popular chick that people watch. And she's doing she's going to be in 3 movies in the next 6 months that are coming out. Immaculate, Madam Web, Anyone But You.
I'll see. I don't think we didn't see Anyone But You. She was in Euphoria. Just a bunch of like things I've never seen. It was one time in Hollywood. I haven't seen that.
Euphoria apparently was a big hit. That was like her coming out
kind of thing.
Coming out type of thing. But she's been in like a lot of stuff. Like just a lot of TV shows.
Well, we'll see. Fingers crossed. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. We'll find out this freaking weekend. Huh?
There's like a freaking riot. So there's like a big hype with her right now.
I don't know.
So, I don't know. I figured I'd bring it up. I don't know if you do anything about it. But apparently she's like some big wig nowadays. Since we were making that comparison. Last thing, Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Super Bowl. Touchy subject. Freaking Patrick Mahomes comes back at it, back to back. 2023, 2024 Super Bowl champion. Patrick Mahomes throwing freaking, really just carrying his team to the Super Bowl, winning the freaking thing. Eureka, give us your play-by-play of the game. Give us your thoughts.
Obviously, huge loss because if you don't know, haven't been listening, Matthew and I had been rooting for the 49ers. A lot of reasons why. Taylor Swift, we don't feel like Kansas City's really deserved it over this season. They also won it before. 49ers haven't won it for a while. Just a lot. And, congrats. Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, showing his elite quarterback skills and that he can do it all. And that he's not only just this incredible athlete, but that he can, do it year after year. He's pursuing greatness and most definitely coming after Tom Brady's Super Bowl wins and all that stuff. Yeah. Not very happy that Travis Kelce won. I'm not a big fan of Travis Kelce. He's not my favorite, especially seeing his reaction if he not being Andy Reid basically just kind of keeping him
on the sideline.
Putting him on the sideline. He was pissed off at him for that. And yeah, it's just show, like you said it best, Matthew, the other day. He is a basically
he's a wide receiver playing tight end. He's not a true tight end.
Not a true tight end.
What I mean by that, like, so Regan played receiver, but Regan was not like a receiver previous. Like, he's not like all worried about himself. He's like a team player, and that's what a true tight end, in my opinion, is. Like, I compare it to like George Kittle. George Kittle does a lot of the dirty work, but then is capable of so much more with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Freaking just Travis Kelce just really showing his true character during the game. I was like, that's one more thing that's like puts another belt behind another notch in the belt. It was like, I don't like this guy very much, and it adds up. Like, look, I'm cool with people winning the Super Bowl, but it's like they had everything stacked to them in terms of, you know, they had what's her name, Taylor Swift. They've got literally everybody. Like, everybody's all bandwagoning for KC every year nowadays. So it's just like, I just wish somebody else would win.
Yeah, true. Quick question, though. This just came to my head. Do you think this is a product of Andy Reid's scheme, of his just elite football mind? Or is this kind of... Who can we credit more to this victory, is what I'm asking. Andy Reid or Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, my gosh. You can't even...
Yeah.
That's so hard because you can't even really choose. Because here's the thing. Andy Reid has produced, like, Andy Reid is a great coach, right? Like, he has produced so many head coaches in the NFL right now. Like, there's like 12 head coaches that were assistants for him at one point. So, like, obviously he knows his stuff. He knows what to do. But in the end, I was listening to the Tom Brady podcast that he's got, and he was saying is like, yeah, the coaches can coach it all they want, right? And they can coach it however they want. But in the end, I've got the ball in my hand, right? Like, I have to go make the plays. So, obviously, I think Patrick Mahomes probably had a good foundation from Andy Reid, but it's just his ability to lead men, right? Like, lead men to win and compete, right? Like, there should have been zero reason why Kansas City was even in the Super Bowl. Zero.
Right. I think of the leadership of him from the State Farm commercial that he did with Patrick Mahomes, where I think it's hilarious, this commercial where he's with Patrick Mahomes and they're explaining basically car insurance to him, but they're explaining it through food. And then Andy Reid's basically wanting them to explain it more so he can eat more of their food. And I think that just shows who his character is. He's a great guy, and it's just a guy that most guys, like, for me, if I saw that and I was a freaking player, I'd freaking like, dude, he's a great guy. Fun, funny. It's like Coach Howard a little bit. He reminds me. I freaking love it. And I think for sure he is a huge role model, and people look to him, and he's
I think he's a guy who's, I mean, obviously we all know he's good at what he does, right? But I think what he does best that not a lot of people recognize is letting the guys who are the leaders lead and let them do what they have to do in order to win, right? Like, I think that's part of their success. It's kind of how Bill Belichick did it with Tom Brady. Is, you know, Belichick really had a standard, but Brady had to match the standard and do his own thing beyond the standard. So, I mean, I think obviously I didn't want Mahomes to win, not because I don't like Mahomes. It's not that at all. It's just Brock Purdy, for me, I was like, he's a good Christian guy. He's a guy who stands on Christ and makes it the number one priority. And I just really like the underdog story when it comes to that. I thought, you know, seeing him be Mr. Irrelevant, go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl would have been a heck of a story. So that's part of the reason why I wanted them to win. Now, when it comes to the Super Bowl, we didn't just watch the game either.
No.
We had freaking challenges. We had a game that we were playing outside of the game. So Regan's brother, shout out Riley for setting it up. He set up this scoring game for the Super Bowl, and it worked by each quarter. I think it worked by each quarter.
Every quarter, yeah.
Every quarter, and essentially you buy squares, and the squares are associated with a certain number that is associated with the score. Long story short, your freaking boy won 3 of the 4 freaking prizes.
It's not even like you try, like it was all random. Like you didn't see any of the numbers. You have no choice in like the numbers. You just pick any square you want, and then after everyone picks their squares, then the numbers are randomized on the chart, and it's just like you just got lucky, dude.
I got freaking lucky, and one of the freaking prizes that I got was this freaking Boba Fett starship, dude. This thing is so... Look at that, Regan. This thing is so sweet.
That thing's so dumb, dude.
And I cannot wait.
Dude, you know what you should do?
I cannot wait to re-gift this.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, since you got the camera there, you could maybe like do a video of you unboxing it and putting it together. A little
I
ASMR
have one
thing.
already. I could do that.
Have you built it? Oh, typical. You would never. Yeah, typical. You never put things together. You never do that. Dude, can I also, like, look, I mean, first off, look at all those boxes on that couch. My word. What is going on? What a freaking mess. Gotta clear it out, clean it all up. Oh boy, here we go. Oof. Still with the wrap.
Yep, still with the wrapping. I bought this thing on clearance.
Dude, yeah, I saw that
a long time ago.
You love the clearance section, dude. Also,
I love the clearance section.
I really want to show you the gift I got you this week.
You can't.
Yeah, I really want to, dude.
So guys, remember,
I cannot wait to show.
We're freaking doing a Christmas thing where every single month from now until Christmas, we're buying a gift for each other, wrapping it up.
We're coming up with 12 gifts, not every month, but
based off of the months. It's 12 months in a year. So I've got Regan's first 2 gifts already, and it's freaking sweet. He's gonna freaking love it.
Yeah, mine.
I can't wait.
Way freaking better. Big news today. By the way, did you hear about Dallas Cowboys?
What?
Their new defensive coordinator.
Their new defensive coordinator?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mike Zimmer?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
My boy, the old head coach
Mike Zimmer.
The old head coach of the Minnesota Vikings is now the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Fun fact, I was in his house. What happened in his house? I forgot. When he was the head coach here, I did some work at his house.
Mike Zimmer?
Yeah. With his
for
daughter.
ServPro?
No, Renovation Systems, I believe. And then his assistant was like, "You're so kind. Would you like tickets to come to the?" It was the preseason stuff. Would you like tickets to come to the preseason thing? I'm like, I gotta work.
No, you did not.
I did. I turned her down, dude. I friggin' turned her down. I should have, but I think I was like, yeah, I got that. No, it was like to like a practice. It wasn't to like the actual game. It was to a practice.
Camp.
Yeah.
Dude, I went there during camp one year.
When?
A couple years ago, my buddy from high school was on the practice squad for the Vikings.
That's right.
So I went to one of their practice things, and it was fun, dude. Oh my gosh! By the way, like you go and watch the NFL, you're like, yes, these guys These guys are actually like really good at what they do.
They're probably not even that good, dude.
Oh,
That's
whatever.
the thing.
Until you see it in person.
There was
Whatever.
what was it? It was on Instagram. Somebody said like $1 million, like 10, maybe like 10 or $100 million.
To get 100 yards.
To get 100 yards. Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably.
Would you be? Yeah, I was like, yeah, totally. If they just
Feed
kept
me the ball.
feeding me the ball, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I saw your freaking comment.
Oh, you did?
Feed me the ball. Yeah, I did. I wanted to see what other semi-pro jackbag would say. Could do that to a test.
There was a bunch of people that said that they couldn't do it. I don't know. Like, I feel like if I, can't.
Yeah, it just
Freaking. By the way, I'm looking at the stats for Andy Reid. He was in Philadelphia for so long, for almost 15 years. From 1999 to 2012, 13. Jeez. And then they cut him. Just think about where Philly would have been if they didn't cut Andy Reid. I mean, he went 4-12 in 2012, which isn't, but I think they're rebuilding. That's when freaking Jason Kelce, because he drafted Jason Kelce. They drafted Jason Kelce. I think
Mahomes only won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, dude.
That's his third. I thought he won 3 already, and it was his 4th.
No, this is his 4th appearance in a Super Bowl. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This is his 4th appearance. He's got 5 more to win to beat Tom Brady. Well, not beat him, to tie Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. And then 6 to beat him.
Do you think he makes it? I mean, Travis is on the end of his career.
Yeah, it depends on Travis Kelce, I think. If he retires, probably not. I mean, I don't want to say it because that's just a hard thing to do. But like a lot of the reason why Patrick Mahomes is so good is because he can extend plays, and him and Travis are right on pretty much the same page on everything. So to find another guy that they're like on the same page like him and Travis, that's going to be hard to find.
Right.
I think if Mahomes' athletic ability, because the other thing is that Patrick, that the whole game he also was carrying the team on his back, dude. Like he would scramble and rack up like 10, rack up some first downs for them that they really needed. And that's a hard thing, like you said, with my first question with who do you give more credit to in the game,
right?
Andy Reid or Patrick Mahomes? And that, I think is a really hard question, because Patrick is actually like he's extending plays and getting those first downs that they really need and are crucial.
They gave him a first down. That was just a clear, should have never been a first down.
Well, that's the other thing, is that the refs are always in favor of the Kansas City, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I always I feel like the refs are always in favor of the Kansas City, because... And
then they get it, well, except for that one game where they lost. Because they lost because Kadarius Toney was offsides. And they were like,
that was... but... And then...
Nobody ever checks.
Then Patrick Mahomes' reaction with that...
Oh, terrible.
It was just a bunch of crybabies, I feel like. Just a bunch of babies that just like, dude, that's just games. Yeah, you'll be fine. It's not like a playoff game too either. It's
you shouldn't have made it so close that would have been a...
He definitely was offside, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he was... But anyways, yeah. Just wanted to put that out there.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to jump into our scheduled a discussion of Invincible Season 2, Episode 1 through 4. If you haven't already, just want to say thank you for watching the show. I forgot to plug us earlier, but follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. And if you're listening on podcast, we're pretty much anywhere, so hit a follow there. Leave a comment, leave a review, let us know what you guys think. And we're gonna jump into the freaking the scheduled show and talk. So let me run our spoiler warning so that way you get familiar with what we're doing.
If it runs
properly.
Yeah.
We'll take a look in 3.
Hey there, Goof and Goober fans. Before we dive into the episode, we want to give you a heads up. Spoilers ahead. This message is equipped with our official Goof and Goober Show rating system, so you know just what you're getting into. Come on, follow along. 5-star, a must-watch. Prepare for a roller coaster of emotions, jaw-dropping twists, and laughs that will leave your sides aching. These are game changers. Then we have a 4-star. This is entertaining. While not quite a life-altering experience, these movies and TV shows are popcorn recommended. 3 stars, average and not groundbreaking. A decent movie or episode that will still deliver the goods. It's worth a watch for dedicated fans. 2 stars, room for improvement. These movies or TV shows have their moments but fall short of our standard. And of course, 1 star. Proceed with caution, buckle up. These are trash. Well, now that you know our rating system, let's jump in.
Alrighty, Invincible Season 2, Episodes 1 through 4. Quick little synopsis as we go into this Season 2 here. As I freaking pull this freaking thing up. If you guys hadn't seen Season 1, definitely go check that out. Season 1, really good show. Regan, before we get into Season 2, your rating of Season 1.
Season 1 is incredible. I don't know. I love this series. It is kind of like the Amazon live action series. What's the Bad Boys? Or The Boys, or whatever it's called. And this is similar to that, but not to that level, to the amount of superhero-ness. There's not like that many superheroes compared to this. Or Bad Boys has more superheroes than Invincible. And this follows kind of more so if Superman, well, if Superman had a kid and he was evil, but somewhat not evil, as we get into Season 2. But this Season 1, loved it. It was a game changer for these animated series for people. And I think Amazon does an incredible job with this. The creators, Robert Kirkman, Ryan Otley, and Corey Walker, deserves a round of applause for what they're doing here, and it's getting people engaged with this, because it's kind of like the what is that pop culture TV show, Rick and Morty.
Yep.
It's kind of like that. It's not like a full-on comedy like Rick and Morty, but it's a fun adventure. You get to know the characters really well. You get attached. And I love Stephen Yeun, J.K. Simmons as the father, as Nolan Grayson. Big stars in this. They got Sandra Oh, Walton Goggins, Jason Mantzoukas, Mark Hamill's in it too, dude. Freaking Star Wars guy, Damon Darkblood. There's just a lot of good things coming out of this. I mean, obviously this is more of an adult animation, but they do an incredible job, and I love season 1. And for that, I would rank season 1 a 4.8, 4.9. There's not really, I mean, I haven't watched season 1 in a long time, but I can't think of anything that was wrong. I was very involved and kept me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I was gonna say 4.8. I was gonna say 4.8 for it. Yeah, this show, and I think Regan brings up a good point. This is not a kid's show,
right?
So like, if you have a young kid, I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's not like your typical, the animated Batman series or like Scooby-Doo or anything like that. There's gore, cartoon gore and blood, and some stuff that's just a little bit different. But overall, yeah, season 1, give it a 4.8. Really good show. We see that there's a big betrayal, obviously, throughout the show that we're having to deal with Mark and his dad. And really, season 1 stops when Mark's just getting wrecked by his dad.
Yeah.
And then season 2, we pretty much pick up almost right after, where Mark is kind of living life outside of, figuring out that his dad was the one who had been, he killed a bunch of people on Earth, and, he wasn't the man he said he was. So, synopsis for season 2: after an earth-shattering betrayal, Mark fights to rebuild his life. In the face of apocalyptic threats, he discovers new allies and wrestles with the greatest fear that he might become his father. Regan already kind of brought up some of the details of the movie in terms of the directors. Steven Yeun and J.K. Simmons absolutely crushing this show. Two guys that, we saw Steven Yeun in The Walking Dead. It was where he kind of, took a step out into the limelight. And then obviously we know freaking J.K. Simmons throughout his entire career. So, season 2, we're going to talk about a couple of the episodes here. A couple episodes in particular that I want to at least talk about, because we saw a lot of stuff from the beginning of this that just kind of takes Mark and places him as like a kid, right? Like a kid or a young college student. He's going into college. He's trying to live life in that way. But he's also trying to live like this double lifestyle of him being a superhero, him being a young man with a girlfriend. And I thought that was cool. I thought that was really cool. I thought, him jumping between those two different lives essentially was, he's superhero by day and then boyfriend in the afternoon. What I didn't like, or what I didn't like, but what I want to talk about is at the beginning of episode 1, we get a look at Mark, almost like a flashback or a future scene, I guess, a blast in the future, I guess, where we see Mark in a different universe, and it's not the Mark that we see in the universe that we're watching. We're seeing him actually follow his footsteps. Do you think that's foreshadow into this next part 2 that's coming out in March? Or do you think that was just a what if type of scenario?
It was definitely a what. I believe it was a what if situation. That was more so to get the villain set up here. And I think in these next 4 episodes is more so we're dealing with that villain, because the villain, who is this basically mad scientist trying to cure the world by knowing all, like, he can go in between all these different universes, kind of like Avengers Endgame, the different multiverses. And so he brings all of his basically what do you call it, your
clone,
not your clone,
like yourself from a different dimension,
from a different I don't even know what you call that, but
I don't even know what you call
he'd bring all those guys in, and he wanted to get basically all their thoughts and what they know about their universe in his head, so he could basically combine all the universes together and then create basically, like, some universes they have the cure for cancer or whatever, so basically spread it out through all the universes, so then all universes can flourish and thrive and heal people. But Inso, he is a pacifist, and he mentions that very often, and then brings these bad guys, these killer whatever, these guys that create clones of themselves, the brothers, and end up to they're mad scientists to help him basically bring all these people to thoughts and everything that they know into his mind. And in doing so, they started to kill Invincible, and then he ended up basically killing everyone. But in doing that, he got that memory from his father, like where Invincible and his father were basically killing everybody on Earth, and he believes that they're still evil. In majority of the universes, he said in majority of all universes, he what's his name? Not Paul. I'm thinking of dude. Mark joins with his father, and then they basically rule over Earth, preparing for the takeover.
Join me in my army.
Yeah, dude, that was so confusing at the beginning, because I thought, what the heck is going on? Because we're trying to piece it all together at that point, because you just get thrown into this whole
bloodbath.
Yeah, like you have no idea what's going on, which is good. Like, I love piecing things together and then figuring out, okay, that's actually from a different universe. But you're right, though. At the very end of this, you're still questioning Mark's loyalty, and if he is actually going to be good. Is he going to pursue that, or is he going to still join his father? I got that feeling a bunch of times during this series, and I didn't know. But
there was one part where he was like, it was with Night. He's like, you don't know what I could do,
Nightwing or whatever.
And I was like, yeah, Nightwing or something like that. But he was basically like threatening him, like, you don't know what I could do. And for me, I was like, wait, is he like? He's got to be like thinking maybe I'm like my dad, right? Like,
right. Because his whole thing, up to that point, was that I'm not my father, and I'm going to show you, Cecil, that I'm not. And then he gets into like this realm. I don't know what realm it is, but it's just pitch black, and there's a bunch of like monsters that you can hear but you don't see. And then Invincible basically just grabs him, and then it's like, you're not your father or whatever. But I think he's from a different universe too.
You think so?
I don't know. Like, not Mark Grayson, but the Black
Nightshade or something.
Nightshade, like yeah, whatever his name is.
Okay, I could see that. I could see him being from because Okay, so the reason why I ask about this piece, right? Because in the end, we're at the beginning of the show, we're questioned on, is Mark going to follow the ways of the Viltrumite, follow his father's ways, right? And then all of a sudden we get to episode 4, the last episode, and Mark is actually taken to his father from the bug guy, who was like, hey, we need help with this, and this. And apparently, they're connected to the father somehow. And somehow the dad's kind of turned a new tide, which is crazy to me, seeing season 1, because you're like, he's literally killed people just to kill people.
Right.
Because he's like, well, they're going to die anyway. Like, we live forever. They will die.
They were
we're
immortals, and they're immortals. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where this whole show, you're just like, you're trying to pull some roots in, but then you're also seeing the side where, okay, Mark could go the other way, and we don't want Mark to be a bad guy, obviously.
Yeah. Right.
And
you really root for Mark in this. You're really rooting for him to just stay on the path. I feel like. And
let me tell you what, Mark is getting freaking wrecked all the freaking time.
All the time, I feel like. Yeah, I agree.
Broken face, eyeballs almost popping out, like.
But you will say, when his dad called him out and say, the way, I remember what I taught you, basically. And then he freaking just started going ham. But then he hesitated to kill the lady, the girl.
Yeah.
What's their...
The Viltrumites.
The Viltrumites, yeah. He stopped himself from killing the Viltrumite woman, whatever. And basically almost died. But yeah, he's got so much potential now that he is now the saving grace for everyone. Because in this series, this season too, there's a lot of backstory too going on, because what's that alien guy's name?
The ant guy.
No. The one-eyed guy, the Cyclops type guy.
Alan. Alan, which is played by Seth Rogen.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Right? But Alan was created to basically fend off the Viltrumites. Viltrumites. I can't even get their freaking name right. Anyways, and he was basically their saving grace, because the people around the universe, the Viltrumites are going around taking over planets, and people decided to fight them off, but the Viltrumites are just far superior than everyone else. And Alan was basically the key to solving their problem with the Viltrumites. But now Mark seems to be the answer, even though I think in this season you find out that Alan, they actually have very low hope for Alan. They think Alan's an idiot. I mean, did you get that feeling?
Yeah, I thought, okay. So my thoughts with Alan is that, yes, I thought they were like, I thought they thought he was going to be a lost cause based off of the previous stuff that they've done, but he kind of became a saving grace. And he was really the only. I mean, he couldn't kill a Viltrumite, but he was the only one that could at least compete a little bit with one, right? Like with one Viltrumite. So I don't know. I think Alan is a decent story for them to bring in, because it shows like there's more than one part of the universe that was trying to protect it. They're looking for a protector, so it's got to be Mark, right? Like, it has to be moving forward.
Yeah.
And so I think that was the sole purpose of Alan. That was the sole purpose, was for him to be the light and the hope for Mark. And that's what it is, right? Honestly, I thought it was dumb for them to kill him off. I was just like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. He reminds me of like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. Just like a goofy side character that, he could do some stuff here and there. Like Krillin wasn't killing nobody in Dragon Ball Z, but I mean, he was there to help.
They gotta be bringing him back somehow. I just feel like with Seth, it's Seth Rogen playing the. Well, he didn't really do a whole lot in season 1, did he? I don't know.
We saw that he had a wife. He had sex with his wife on the show. You didn't see that, but like, and then that was it. Like that was his time on there. He brought in info, had sex with his wife, and then they literally chopped him to pieces.
Dude, that's the thing. Like. About this series that I don't like and lowers it. My score is the sex scenes. There's not like a whole lot of sex scenes. That's why I would be like I kind of lowered it a little bit, but not a whole lot. If there was like a sex scene in each episode, I'd probably lower it, just like the old Game of Thrones. But whatever. The sex scenes aren't super bad though, but they're still just awkward. I don't want to care too much about them having sex. You can maybe imply it or whatever, but like I feel like it's just to waste time.
Yeah, luckily they didn't. Well, it's a goofy cartoon, so
right.
I think they're just throwing it in. It's an adult cartoon. I'm glad that they didn't show very much, but obviously it was a little crude here and there, but. I mean, I watched Game of Thrones, so it didn't really bother me too much.
Yeah.
It didn't really bother me too much.
Just kidding.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon season 2. I think that comes out pretty soon.
Is that
summer.
still?
This summer. I like House of the Dragon. That was a good one.
By the way, this is going on right now on Peacock. Ted, there's a series, TV series.
Yeah, I thought about that. I was thinking we do it on the pod, but
it's just a weird like concept. Like the kid has like this really thick, what kind of
Jersey accent?
Yeah, Jersey accent. Like just the thick one. Like, and it's not even like Mark Wahlberg thickness. It's way thicker than Mark Wahlberg's Jersey accent. And it just, and that's basically who this character is supposed to embody. But he's way more. I'm sorry to bring that up on.
No, you're good. We probably could add it to the slate because we've got Avatar. I think Avatar is coming all at once.
You think
so? I've got 2 Avatars, so we might have to either put Invincible season 2 part 2 or maybe something else. So that might be an option. But the last thing that we could talk about with Invincible is the last episode, where we are introduced in a father-son duo battle. Versus the Viltrumites. We come to find out that the dad. What is the dad's name again? What was his name?
It was I have it here. Freaking
Omni-Man. Omni-Man and his son are now tasked together to defend the aliens, the bug aliens. Well, we see that Omni-Man actually had another kid with the bug, which was kind of weird, to be honest with you. That was different.
Well, it just shows the character and who Nolan is. He just has no care, or like he said in season 1, he views Grayson's mother more as a pet. Doesn't really have too much going for her or feelings toward him.
Right.
Because this is months after.
Oh yeah, months after. Maybe not even. I don't. Maybe a year. I don't know. But we see throughout the show, like the mom, the original mom for Mark, she's just getting wrecked with emotional damage. She's back on Earth dealing with counseling and dealing with a bunch of stuff at Backlash because Omni-Man was a husband and she had no idea who Omni-Man was, and, or like what his motive was, I should say. And so we come to find out that he's like, okay, I'm gonna have another kid, but with this bug lady, and now we see that Mark has a brother. So I want to. What is your hypothetical theory on the future of Mark and the brother? Like, do you think he grows up and now they become a duo?
No, I think what happens, I'm just going to call it right now.
Okay.
Obviously, Omni-Man is presumed dead. I'm just cutting straight through it. Cutting with the friggin' knife. He's presumed dead at the end of this episode. Mark's mother is probably, like you said, she's going through an emotional roller coaster right now. Mark's not talking to her, and then she's dealing on top of that with freaking Omni-Man, her ex-husband, Nolan, leaving her, and that he was a trash man, and so she's dealing with emotion. I think she's going to kill herself. And then the mother.
Okay.
Which will then leave Mark to raise this child. He will then need to drop out of college and raise this child. The child will be raised with the government and himself, and he will have to basically balance that. And that'll probably be a lot of...
Do you think he has the Viltrumite powers?
It'll be probably like Mark. Actually, it'll be faster than Mark's because his brother
ages quicker.
Yeah, he ages quicker than Mark. And so he basically has immortality, but everything will come a lot faster for him than compared to Mark. So
he's going to start flying way before Mark ever started flying, or super strength before
he'll gain all of his powers way before Mark actually ever did, probably, and Mark's probably going to get super jealous or something like that. But Mark will have to try to raise him.
So let's stick with that. Right? Because at the end of the episode, Mark and Omni-Man basically get wrecked by these Viltrumites, right? Like, we assume Omni-Man's dead. Mark is still alive. The Viltrumites left him to live. He got stabbed. He really got wrecked. But one of the key things that they said to Mark was that now that Omni-Man is done, essentially he now is required to fulfill the role of the Viltrumites for Nolan, or whatever his name is, Omni-Man. Do you think then him and his brother team up to fight the Viltrumites together? Next part, young baby's grown up. He learns quickly and now becomes his sidekick.
Yeah. I mean, it could be, but I think the Viltrumites, well, they basically now have put Mark in charge of Earth, and preparing them to be Viltrumited, or whatever you call it, and extracted or pillaged, basically.
Destroyed.
Right. Obviously, he doesn't want to do that. So, yeah, it could definitely move towards that, because the Viltrumites have given Mark respect to be one of their own, because he has fought in hand-to-hand combat with other Viltrumites and survived. But there's got to be something that brings the Viltrumites back. Not sure what it would be, but I think when they do come back, yes, the Viltrumites will have a war with him and his brother, and his brother is going to have to be a sidekick of his. But the thing that Mark really needs to figure out right now, or after this, is how to grow some freaking balls, man, and just fight and just not hold back. We found out he's been holding back, and he is a killer. And the other thing is, like, his dad, we found out is like a well-known. He's really good at. He's a very popular Viltrumite, and people know him, and he's like this higher up. And it's interesting to see his character development, because you're also like, I don't know if we're going to talk about. I mean, we're almost probably we need to stop here soon. But like his character development in season 202, at the end of it, where you see him getting angry, but then at the same time, season 202 at the end, where we see Nolan come back having a long day. You see his face get angry, but then slowly turn to
Are you talking
basically
about the
compassion.
Adam Eve special?
Yeah, that whole season. I think it's called season 202 is what they call it. That's what I thought they did. It's like a extra episode that you got at the very end.
Yep.
Of all this, but I think that shows his character is that he really doesn't like. He needs to show his superiority to the world, as his own. Gosh, I'm blanking on their name now, but the Voldemort, whatever the freaking called, Viltrumite, that's got a part of him, but he's also now learning about compassion, basically through humans, and that is being slowly turned away because of his son Mark. And now he has a second son, and I think we're seeing a fully new Nolan or Omni-Man. But he's dead. We're presumed to think he's dead.
Assuming that he's dead.
Assuming that he's dead.
I don't think he's dead, but
we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, that is Invincible, season 2, part 1. I think the consensus was a 4.7, 4.8, roughly. So definitely recommend it on our scale.
Yeah.
Go take a look at it. If you like comic books, if you like superhero shows and movies, definitely recommend it. Go watch it. Like I said, it is a little gory at times. It's not kid appropriate, so if you have a young kid, I do not recommend it for them. But go check it out. See what it's about. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the paid programming. In other news, a couple key notes here that I want to bring up here before we head out for the day. Kevin Feige just announced to Mark Ruffalo that there will be a standalone Hulk movie.
With
There will be another solo movie.
Let's go.
So, can't wait for that. The second thing, where did it go?
Do you think that's a good thing, though?
Solo movie?
After She-Hulk?
I think you can only go up from She-Hulk.
Wow.
So, yeah, you can't go. You can either match it or completely bomb, and it'd still probably be better than She-Hulk.
Yeah.
People loved She-Hulk, though.
I don't understand that, dude.
I don't understand.
Makes no sense
I have
to me.
not even once, not one time, was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull open She-Hulk again and watch it. Like all the other, like Loki, WandaVision, like all those other TV shows, I'll just throw on, watch it, be okay. Not She-Hulk.
Right.
So I think it'd be cool to get another solo. We'll see. And then today, 7 hours ago, it was announced that The Last of Us Season 2 started filming today. I cannot freaking wait, dude. I cannot freaking wait.
I heard too they're making I mean this isn't like super recent, but they're making a new Last of Us game.
Really?
There's part 3 basically.
I did not know that.
Let me confirm through the dark web here.
Dark web. Perfect.
Part 3. Game.
In other news, Oscar Isaac announced that he would love to do a Midnight Suns movie, play Moon Knight, and have a Midnight Suns movie. So maybe that'll be in the works. And then another thing to bring up, we got to do a reaction video of the freaking Deadpool.
Oh my word. Dude.
Oh, did you watch it?
I did actually. I saw a snippet on the old Insta. Dude, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's so good. It looks so good.
Dude, I'm
You guys
freaking
hadn't
pumped.
freaking watch it. I can't wait.
There's so much that like I don't know, like that mixes in together that makes Marvel so good with that trailer that I was like, oh man, like Loki, friggin' I don't even know, dude. I'm just so ready for that. I'm so friggin' ready, dude. This could be the saving grace of Marvel. Possibly. Maybe Madam
easily this
Madam Web.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, dude, so freaking pumped. So freaking pumped. Part 3, wait, confirms. Wait, what does he say? Confirms The Last of Us Part 3. Neil Druckmann confirms The Last of Us Part 3.
Yeah, I think that's the third one.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a third one. Yeah,
I can't freaking wait. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, we're good. So Regan and I, after this last week, I have added a lot of stuff that we're gonna be potentially taking a look at. Just from movies that have came out that were released, the previews. Like Twisters looks really good. The Planet of the Apes movie that's coming out. I don't know if you've been a huge Planet of the Apes guy. Deadpool, just a long list of stuff. So guys, be on the lookout for that. Leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications. Every Monday night, 8 o'clock. Sorry. And we'll freaking roll this outro in 3, 2,
Peace.
1.
And that's a wrap on another hilarious and unforgettable episode of the Goof and Goober Show. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did recording. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future goofiness. Join us next time as we continue to explore the weird and wonderful world of laughter and entertainment. Remember, you can always connect with us on social media and share your favorite moments using hashtag Goof and Goober Show. Until next time, stay goofy, stay goober, and keep spreading smiles wherever you go. Thanks for tuning in to the Goof and Goober Show with Matthew and Regan.